Thank you, everybody, for coming to, it's a very difficult time right now. And one of the things that we sometimes forget is about self-care. And so we've brought in three experts that we're so glad that they said yes. And they're going to cover three different areas of self-care during this time of COVID. So I'll have the ladies all introduce themselves. If you want to give me a second, I'm just going to mute everybody. And ladies, just I'll unmute you one by one.
Shh, Georgia, shush.
Okay, and we'll just start with Antonietta, please.
Yes. Hi, everybody. My name is Antonietta. I live in Stouffville. I am a fitness instructor to a low-impact group fitness class, which I do in Stouffville and Newmarket and Aurora. And I'm also a Weight Watchers coach. So that's what I do.
Angel?
Hi, I'm Angel Freedman, and I have a private practice. I'm a social worker here in Stouffville on Main Street, and I specialize in individual couples, and also I do a separation and divorce recovery counseling, and I'm also a parenting educator.
Thank you. And Melissa?
Hi, everyone. I'm Melissa McMullen. I live in Markham. And I actually work with Janice in her lovely store, Nature's Gifts and Organic Spa with the Salt Cave. I've been a massage therapist for 16 years and a registered aromatherapist for 3 years. And yeah, that's a little bit about me.
Thank you so much. And we're going to start with Antonietta.
Yes. Do you just want me to talk about fitness? Right on? Yeah? Okay. So fitness during these times are really, really, really important for mental reasons and physical and emotional reasons. So I find that if I don't move throughout the day, I find that mentally mentally for my brain is not that great, and I need to move, and I can feel my body, season up. But I know that as soon as I put my runners on and I go outside and just go for a simple walk, for an example, that just brings a whole new thing into my world, right? I just feel fantastic. I feel better. I can my mind is better. I feel better. So there's a lot of things that, if you don't want to go outside at this time, or if it's too cold, or if it's raining, I do have exercise that you can do inside your home. Not only on top of my classes that I offer virtually, complimentary classes that I do every day from Monday to Friday through Zoom, I offer that. But you can also do other things that I thought that maybe I can show you what you can do. Basically, you can just allot 7 minutes out of your day. Do 7 minutes out of your day, and I'm just going to show you a few different steps, just 30 seconds each. Just doing this makes you feel a little bit better. So I'm going to move my screen a little bit so I can show you what they are. So basically you get your timer, right? And for 30, can you see me okay? Yeah. And so for 30 seconds, you can do the famous jumping jacks, right? So get your timer on, and you can do 30 seconds of jumping jacks. You can do 30 seconds of step-ups. So if you don't have a step at home, you can use one of these little steps, and you can do step-ups. Right? So you can step up on the step and then step down. You can do that for 30 seconds, right? That's another one. Then you can do the famous squats, yeah? So you can do squats just for 30 seconds. You do your squats. Make sure your knees don't go over your toes, and just stick your bum out, yeah? And go as low as possible. Then we have, we can do a high knees. Basically high knees jumping in the same spot like this, just high knees like that. So you can do that for 30 seconds. Basically, it's just 7 minutes of your day. Then I would do lunges, your typical lunges. So let me go back a little bit more. Like your typical lunges, and then lunge, and then switch, and then lunge. Yeah. One last one I have are just back kicks. So basically, you can just do back kicks like this. You can intensify the movement by bringing into your arms and then above this way. So basically, if you allot 7 minutes out of your day, you can incorporate fitness into your life. That's it. So sweet.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Angel.
I have my step stool right under my desk. I'm muted. I'm not? Okay. So at this time of uncertainty in the world, people are feeling very anxious, and they can also have some PTSD, meaning that they think of something else that has happened. For example, you've just got divorced or someone passed in the last, say, year. So people feel that, they don't know what to do with themselves once they get into this anxiety. It's almost paralyzing. So what to do? Of course, the exercise is a great idea, but also I also say to people, please ask yourself what you need. You may actually need a nap or a sandwich. Productivity at this time is, we need to be easier on ourselves, because the fact of the matter is we're home for the lives of the rest of, the world, really. So if you're not productive one day, that's okay. And if you're sad, be sad. I always encourage people to journal before bed, but you can journal throughout the day. I'm seeing clients through phone and FaceTime and Skype. I've been doing a lot of Skype lately, and talking to people that way. So there is a form of giving therapy still. Now, if you don't have a schedule routine, which I believe is like walls to a house, people are in pajamas all day, that can make you sad. I don't love the word depression, so I'm going to use sad. so I guess depression gets you a lot other things, and I'm a social worker, so no medical model. So if you feel sad, be sad. Talk about it with someone. Also, again, like I said, to journal, to go for a walk, to reach out to a friend. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people who are isolated on their own, and it's a massive issue. Now, I know it's scary to go to the grocery store, but with the right equipment, with a mask and gloves, with your list, you can go grocery shopping. It's not as fun as it used to be. I'm sure you all can agree, right? Like, I loved grocery shopping. Now it's like I go as if it's a war and you're going to get your provisions. The last thing I do want to say is this: we are all in a state of grief, and there is no stop and start. So it's not like if someone comes to me with someone that's passed, or you just got divorced, then I have a plan for you, right? So there is no plan. It's just, and there's no end. So to future worry or to complain or to even worry is not proactive. I would prefer you to, again, like I said, journal, wake up in the morning, have a schedule and routine, be kind to yourself, do crafts. We say in social work, to talk, to create, to exercise, and to journal. So those things, do that. And don't think about tomorrow. I mean, just think, okay, this is what I'm going to do today, so that you're not getting that anxiety, right? And I use the mantra, all is well, because in reality, when you're at home, all is well at this time. And I feel that our government is helping us, business and individuals. So, I don't know about you guys, but I watch Trudeau every day at 11:15. It's kind of makes me feel like I'm part of Canada. And, watching the news, don't do it the whole day. I would say, give yourself just a small time, but do watch the news. I think we should know what's going on in our world, right? So be safe, and thank you very much for inviting me to this. And if anybody wants any more, please, they can contact me.
Thank you so much, Angel. That was wonderful information. There's a lot of information there. And so what I'm going to do is I will ask you for some quick points. We'll go back through it, and then that way that I have something to post, because those are some really great tools. I know for myself, I have been feeling very sad on a daily basis. I know that's probably starting my day watching the news isn't probably not helpful, but I feel like I got to catch up from the day before sometimes. Yeah. Okay, and Melissa.
Hi there, everyone, again. I wanted to talk to everyone about aromatherapy and the power of essential oils. As Carrie was saying, definitely a lot of sadness, a lot of grief at this time for myself and my loved ones as well. And I found that there are some essential oils that can actually help with shifting the mood. And I wanted to talk about a few that I use in my home that help me on a regular basis. First, one that should be in everybody's on everybody's shelf is lavender. Lavender is the #1 essential oil that helps shift anxiety. That's one I use most often here. There's different kinds of lavender that you can get, but some are softer, some are a little bit heavier smelling, but buying the one that works for you is usually the route to go. It helps calm both the mind and the body, and what it actually encourages is it encourages gentleness. We want to be gentle with ourselves, especially in this time that we're going through. Like Angel was saying, if you need to sleep, sleep. If you need to rest, if you need to create, if you need to sing, go for a walk. Be gentle, be compassionate with yourself, and lavender can actually assist with that one. Another one I have in my medicine cabinet is sweet orange. Sweet orange is absolutely amazing. It's got a light, fresh scent, and it actually helps lifting sadness, lifting depression. So it's a mood lifter. It encourages optimism as well. So I'm going to talk a little bit about blending as well based on your moods in a couple minutes. But the next one I have is bergamot. Not as familiar as lavender, but bergamot actually smells like lemon, but not as strong. What it assists in is letting go. There's a lot of fear, a lot of grief going on right now in everything that's sort of developing within the world. And bergamot helps us to release those feelings of fear. And it also helps with listlessness as well, that draggy feeling of being on the couch all day, not really having a focus or a purpose in life right now, which I think a lot of us who are at home and unable to work are feeling loss of sense of purpose. I want to talk about cedarwood as well. Cedarwood actually is amazing for lung expansion. When you have anxiety, you have a hard time breathing. You have a hard time getting in a deep breath. So what cedarwood actually helps to do is encourage that deep breath that we all need to take at this time. It also helps with the nervous system as well. And the last one that I want to talk about is frankincense. Frankincense is good for everything. So this heals body, mind, and spirit. It helps with anxiety as well. And it really brings in a sense of peace, which is one reason why people use it during meditation as well. And I just wanted to mention the 5 essential oils that I mentioned today are great for adults, children, pregnant women as well. So you don't have to worry about any sort of contraindications with any of them. I did want to talk a little bit about safety, because a lot of people think that, oh, it's an essential oil, it's natural, completely fine. But our bodies process at a different rate, adults and children. So you're not going to use as many drops for children as you would for adults. So my staple is, if you have, let's say, 15 milliliters of carrier oil, and carrier oil is something that you'd use to blend essential oils with. You can use almond oil or grapeseed. For 15 milliliters for an adult, you would use 6 drops, whereas for a child under the age of 12, you'd use 3. I just want to make mention of that, because I've found that a lot of clients that have come in to see me didn't know that they needed to blend differently for smaller bodies, pretty much. So that's basically all I have to say. The other thing that I want to say is there's 3 ways, main ways that you can use the essential oils. You can put it in your diffuser. You can put it in the bath, but make sure you use a carrier oil because you don't want to put in essential oils directly into the bath because it can irritate the skin. And massage to help decrease physical stress as well as mental and emotional stress. That's basically it.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much, Melissa.
You're welcome.
We have a couple of, I'm just going to unmute all of our guest speakers. So we have a couple of comments here. One, Lisa mentioned that knitting is a big thing to help her calm her brain. So she's using the crafts, and she's really an excellent proficient knitter. And I think you taught yourself to knit, did you not, Lisa? Yeah.
Good.
Sorry, I'm unmuting you. Go ahead. Oh, I can't unmute you. Okay,
My
there.
son actually taught me to knit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he decided I needed a hobby, so he learned to knit off of YouTube, and then gave Mom a lesson. And Mom has made 3 blankets.
Love it. Love it. And then Janice mentioned that she's putting lavender and orange together. So it's giving her energy and also, you know, that calming, sleepy, settled feeling.
Yeah.
Does anybody have any questions at all? Or comments?
I have a question for Melissa. What is the other oil that you want to put with the essential oils? I missed that.
Okay, so what you want to do with the essential oils is mix it with a carrier oil. And yeah, the reason why you want to do this is because a lot of the essential oils, putting them directly on the skin can actually cause skin irritation. So the carrier oils, again, could be coconut oil. It could be grapeseed oil, almond oil. I even use olive oil if I don't have anything else in the house. But you definitely want to dilute the essential oils.
Okay. Good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Excellent.
I have something to add.
Please.
So what I found was just to increase my mood and to always put a smile on my face. What I've done in terms of like moving around in the house, because everyone's in isolation, is that there's 7 days out of the week. So every day I choose a music theme. So today can be the 70s, and I'm dancing in the house with the 70s. Tomorrow's the 80s, because when you haven't heard music in a long time, don't you get excited? You get so excited. You're like, oh my God, I haven't heard this song in so long. And then you just get naturally happy and you're moving at the same time. So try it this week. One day can be the 50s. Next week, you know, the following day can be the 70s, the 80s, whatever. Like, you know, you can do reggae or Latino music. It's just like, it's great. So that's what I've been doing every day, and listening to music that I love, and it just keeps me happy and moving.
Catherine, you
That's
had something
awesome.
to add?
I did actually. Hello.
Hi.
I'm part of, thank you very much for the invitation, Carrie, and I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you.
I'm part of Antonietta's group, so I'm involved with the Abotti classes, and so I am moving every day, and I am walking, and that is a significant thing that I think gives you clarity through a lot of things that we're going through right now. I really appreciate what Angel said in regards to journaling. I am not a person who will sit down and write, but one of the things, and you might find helpful, is that, and Antonietta always laughs at this, that I'm a very much a voice to text person. So I've basically put a little journal on my phone where I can get up in the morning and talk about the things that I'm grateful for, what I have, and I can say that in my speech, and it, you know, it's keeping a little diary for me. So it's kind of, and then I put the date on it, and then I can go back and look at it, because I think when this is over, or we've come to whatever this is going to be our new norm, it's going to be an interesting piece that I'm going to own, that's going to show me what we've gone through and where we've come from, and, you know, the things that you appreciate and have, because I am very grateful for what I have, and I'm adapting to this situation, I think, relatively well. But I want to have that piece of history to sort of go back and look at and acknowledge, because this really is history making, what we're going through right now.
Well, then, don't you think
really,
we've gone through a bunch of weeks too, Catherine? Like at first, everybody was baking bread and
well, I wasn't breaking bread, Carrie Ann. I was not doing that. But I'm just saying, people's demeanor has really changed. I think in the very beginning, because as Angel said, we were, you know, this was so new to us, and we didn't know how we were going to transition into it. But we do very much adapt very quickly. But, you know, when you look at people around you, the first instinct that people did was they were hoarding food. They were hoarding materials that they think they needed to have. And then I feel that we went through another transition where we understood that we will be okay and that we're, you know, we're better. And we see that we can adapt to this. And now I'm seeing that most people are being very kind, very compassionate, very giving, very caring about others. Like, can I shop from you? Can I drop things off for you? You know, I just dropped off flowers at a friend's porch and left them for her. I think we're in that position now. And I can't worry about tomorrow. I know that I'm okay today. As you said, I listen to Trudeau in the morning, and that's it. I just need to know what's going on in Canada, and then I go on with my day. So I think that is what's getting me through what I need to get through. This will all work out to whatever way it's going to be, and that plan is already there. I just have to go with the flow and adjust to it. The one thing I wanted to ask Melissa, though, if I can,
Yes, of course.
Melissa, I have 2 pets in my house, and I love essential oils. I have them on my diffusers all the time. I don't know what scents they are. They just happen to be smells that I happen to like. But I do love lavender. I wanted to know if I have my diffuser on at night, because I've never slept well. Is there anything that can harm my pets if they're in my rooms?
To be honest with you, I'm not entirely sure. There hasn't been a lot of studies when it comes to aromatherapy and pets. I know my pets don't react to it. Doesn't mean that yours are not going to. So the one thing that you can do instead of a diffuser at night is you could make a linen spray. If your pets don't sleep on your pillow with you at night, I know my cats crawl around and whatever, right? They're crazy at night, but you can make a linen spray. You can put, you can get a little bottle, and you can put lavender in the spray bottle, fill it with water, and spray it on your pillow before bed.
Good idea. Thank you.
Yeah.
I was just concerned because my cat seems to sleep under the bed and the dog is at the end of the bed, and I just wanted, you know, I can't tell if it's bothersome to them, or,
Of
you know,
course,
if over a
of
period of
course.
time if it's harming them. So thank you.
Right.
But all the information that you ladies supplies, I really appreciate it, and thanks for having me on here, Ann. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us, Catherine. And Angel, I think you wanted to add a little something, right?
I did.
Okay, go ahead.
So in regards to the journaling, it's more about, which I believe in having a journal for every day and then a grateful journal, which is very important. But the everyday journal is more about how you're feeling. So today I feel. If you follow me on my Facebook, I sometimes do daily journal entries, either on my work one or my own Angel Freedman one. But this is where, you know, we have to face the reality. And I mean, the reality is we have not seen this since 1918. And when the pandemic started to ease off in 1918, more people died than in the war. So we have to face this reality. And you're right, some people are very nice. And some people, I mean, I've been to the grocery store, I've had to ask people to move over just a little bit. I don't like doing that, but what are you going to do? You know, somebody tried to reach over another person the other day. You know, so people have to sort of help the other people say, you know, got to move over a little. But what I really want to stress is that there's studies showing, and I'm sure the other people will agree to this, is that being creative and journaling are both researched that it helps mental health, right? So, and exercise, of course. So, you know, those journaling, knitting, even baking, cooking is all very creative. Painting. How about all those coloring books we bought years ago? Those are very good. They say that knitting and coloring is like meditation. So, you know, whatever you have, it doesn't matter if you have a sketchbook and you just draw whatever. It's very good for you. Don't ignore your mental health, because we're all in the state of grief, right? I mean, in your day, even if you're working all day, we always have it as on an umbrella over us. We all know this is happening. So you want to take care of that. You know, I think there's going to be some PTSD after all this. But, so I'm really trying to ask people to take care of their mental health right now.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that, Angel.
Mm.
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. If there's nothing else that we want to talk about, we're going to end the call. I'm going to ask, when I do a post, I'm going to post everybody's information. So you will see everybody's information on social media so that you can reach out to Antonietta, to Melissa, or to Angel. And thank you so much for our guests for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you
guys.
Nice to see everybody. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. Great to see you.